Hey everybody, welcome to the first ever Shadow Hand PvP video. This is Darth Ravagin in the all-around Warzone. That's me, Darth Ravagin. I am running in full lightning spec right now. I usually use the Wrath lightning spec, the hybrid madness lightning. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's okay. I like the instant cast lightnings and crushing darkness, but I'm rolling with the lightning spec right now. To see what I can do in this war zone. This is the Ebon Hawk server. I just came over from Jung Ma, which is a roleplay PvP, and Ebon Hawk is just straight roleplay. It's quite a different experience. This is an imp versus imp. As you can see, we're going to take the node. I'm basically just following this guy to intercept anyone that might try to come over and stop him. I'm not planning on sticking around. As soon as he takes it, I'm going to head back over mid and try to help him take that. So he's got it. There's no one else there to watch him. So I head over towards mid to see what kind of trouble I can cause over here. Look at me go. Right at the bat, just start open up with some lightning. Lightning strike, obviously with the cast time. Alacrity helps. This current build doesn't have a whole lot of alacrity, so I rely on polarity shift a lot when I really need to start spewing some lightning. Now here, this assassin, or shadow, really gets the jump on me. And I know at this point, if I stay in this fight, I'm going to get whooped. So I use my break, get up a shield, and hit my force speed. And luckily for me, that assassin targets someone else, and I'm free and clear again. So start laying down afflictions. Thundering Blast, automatically crits as long as you have Affliction loaded, and some more lightning. This match is actually pretty good. We ended up losing, actually, in the end, but it was a good match because I stayed out of the focus a lot. I was pretty much able just to stay in the back and just spew lightning. Here, I activated my polarity shift, so you can see I'm just spewing lightning like there's no tomorrow. Polarity shift gives you 10% to your alacrity, which means your cooldown times are pretty low, so you can just spray lightning non-stop. And as you can see, all that lightning I was shooting, it didn't even put a dent in my force power, thanks to force effusion, which is part of the lightning tree. Your lightning pops it, and then your next two force attacks do 75% less damage. So with lightning effusion, pretty much always procced. You can go crazy, and you never really have to worry about running out of force power. So we've taken mid. Now we just gotta hold everything, and everything seems to be going okay. The problem is, someone comes over and takes our other node, our grass node, and I don't know if the guy called it, or we just didn't see it because we were caught up, tunnel vision fighting. But after that, it's pretty much all over for us. But I'm doing good in here so far. I haven't really met my demise yet. I've been laying out plenty of punishment. Thundering Blast averages 5 to 6k damage when I use it, after Affliction, and it crits. I have seen it as high as 8k, which is pretty wicked. One general rule of thumb you want to remember too is if it's too easy, there's a problem. We were all sitting at mid, and all of a sudden it's like this lull where there's nobody attacking us. Well, they're somewhere, so I immediately just ran over to our node and found one guy already attacking it. Caught this other guy here, so we burn them both down. They're done. No one else, so they must be back mid again. And you see that little dude running over there. So it's constantly just a back and forth. I really thought we were going to win this. I was pretty disappointed, actually. One interesting thing about the Ebon Hawk server, because it's a roleplay server, the Republic side seems to be nearly non-existent. I would say out of the 30 matches I've played, probably 28 of them were imp versus imp. And the funny thing about that is, the general consensus among the Imperial population is that when it's imp versus imp, they don't really care who wins. They see themselves as Imperial first, so not really a big deal if they win or lose. Of course you want to win, but what that does is it's this really laid-back PvP environment. Like, you'll be in general chat you know, BSing with each other while you're kicking each other's asses. It's really a different environment from Evanhawk. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not big on the Imp versus Imp war games every single scenario, but so far it's been pretty fun. I do like the players. Got a very good player base. So here, once again, you can see, I mean, nobody's really focusing on me. I'm just hanging in the back and just spraying down, and they're just dropping. Thundering Blast is a good attack, but the channel time is, it's not long, but it is your longest channel, and it leaves a lot of room for interrupts. Like right there, you know, it got me. I was like, okay, back to plan A. The one thing I've really been working on, though, as far as my own gameplay, is polarity shift. I have this habit of not using it. I'm saving it for some unknown huge moment where it's gonna, you know, change the course of the galaxy. But really, it's a bad habit. You should be firing that off anytime you know you're going to be in a fight. If you're going to take mid and you know a big battle's coming up, you know, hit it. There's no point to save it for anything. Now here's my big blunder of the game. I saw they took grass, and I got mixed up and I ran to the wrong node. I ran over to their node at Snow, where I know they have more than one person. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not going to make it out of here in one piece, so I'm just going to stay here and annoy him, and hopefully pull some of their people to help. Which I did do, actually, successfully. There's someone behind me smacking me right now, along with the guy on top of the turret. And I'm pretty much just trying to stay alive at this point to draw more of their players over to me to make it easier for us to take back our node. This other stealther here, I think he had the same idea. This on top of the node is the sniper, and he's kicking out some damage. Like when he's hitting me, my life's just dropping like it's cool. So I'm trying to hide behind this wall and kind of hit and run once again, just to draw it out and bring some more of his fellas. See, here's another buddy. And I'm done. And I'm running back to the speeder thinking, okay, I'm not going over that way again. That was dumb.
Enemy vessel taking damage. Bring them down, Reaper Squad.
At this point, what I'm doing is I'm really just trying to keep an eye on where everybody's at. Because a lot of times I'll get off the speeder and I'll go run the mid, and not realizing that I am completely alone because everybody else has gone to go take a different node without saying anything in chat. So I come over here just to see what's going on. Of course, I got a hidden stealther, and I do hate them so very much. So I just pop my bubble for a second, give me some breathing room, and I'm really just trying to burn this guy down before they take me down, because I know I'm going to lose. It's 4 on 2 at this point. But I just really want to get this guy killed, but no success. So at this point I'm thinking, where is everybody? That's why you see me checking my map. One of the big problems I have in war zones is when they're just not organized. You know, everybody's going in different directions, and you're not going to take... If your opposing team holds east and west node, you're not going to take them if you're split up, attacking both at the same time, with someone holding mid too. It's not going to happen. I don't think so anyway. I'm not a PvP expert, but to me, if you're holding mid, it seems like you need to focus your forces on one spot and take it. You know, maybe with the exception of a stealther, you know, if he wants to go try to ninja the other cat, but I mean, we're all over the place. We got 3 over here, 2 over there, 1 in the middle. So this is what I'm typing right now. I'm like, we need to get organized, pick a spot, and take it. You could also witness my awesome typing skills. I think I type 4 words a minute. So at this point, they have decided that they are going to go back and try to take our node. So, hallelujah. I want to go over and get in the fray. It's always like this, like, pause when they say, alright, who's going to go take this node? I hate going to taking the nodes and holding them. One, I always try to outdo myself. Every game I always want to do better as far as DPS than I did the last match. And a lot of times that just doesn't happen when you're sitting holding a node. And Sorka's pretty squishy. Maybe not the best defender in the world, especially when you get two stealthers simultaneously that decide they're going to come take you. I mean, you barely got time to type anything before you're dead. The only counter you got to that if you're holding a node is your force bubble once you're 55. You know, you're basically immune to everything. It's 10 seconds. So if they jump out, you hit the bubble, and you got 10 seconds of basically breathing room where you can type, you know, hey, send some help, and basically they can't kill you, and you can just sit in your little bubble and watch the node, and as soon as they try to take it, you know, just blast them just to keep them from getting it. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I was just showing a Force Lightning. There was a stealther right next to me, and then they went stealth, so I figured that they were still around getting ready to take me out, but they decided to go elsewhere. So right now I'm just spraying Force Lightnings. Whenever my Chain Lightning procs, I want to throw that, and I always look for openings for Thundering Blast. So that was kind of a waste, unfortunately. I hit my Affliction, but it didn't actually go off, so my Thundering Blast didn't crit. It's almost not worth it. If it's not critting, it's really not worth throwing. You could be spraying Chain Lightnings like a madman instead. Yeah, my life's getting low, so I'm hitting all my cooldowns. I'm hitting my Warzone stim, Force Bubble, just to give me some room, hoping someone will give me some heals. And Nizza does. She hooks me right up, so I'm just keep throwing lightning. I was about to go click the node, and then we uncovered that stealther, and that's pretty much, you know, just a waste of time at that point. They're not going to let you just take it. Some people will try anyway. I do sometimes. I'll just sit there and spam it. If nothing else, it makes them focus on me. And this assassin's got it in for me. I'm trying to get away. I'm like, oh, stupid stealther, leave me alone. And Thundering Blast takes care of them. Let's move on to the next target. See, I should have already popped my Polarity Shift, and I didn't. So that's a big no-no on me. But I'm almost dead anyway, so it might have just been a waste anyway. But Polarity Shift makes such a huge difference. I can't stress that enough. If you got it like on some sidebar where you don't ever hit it, move it. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it and where it's going to remind you like to click it, because it makes a huge difference. 10% alacrity is a big difference. You will spew Force Lightning like a factory of death. And you know that's what you want, especially when you're fighting. You just keep spraying, just non-stop. The only time I ever stop is when Chain Lightning procs, or if I see someone that I really want to throw a Thundering Blast at, you know, try to burn them down. I get really good position right here. You see the guy I'm hitting, I'm down low. I don't even think he knows where the lightning's coming from, but I got Polarity Shift active, and I'm just spraying lightning like it's cool, and he's dead. At this point, I mean, the game's pretty much over. But once again, like I said, it's imp versus imp, and it's you know, you don't get a lot of smack talk. It's pretty much good job, you know, good fight, whatever. So here's the final score. I was top of the board for damage, 500 plus K. I think it was almost 600K. So it was a good match. I would have preferred we won, but it was a good shot to get some damage in there. And that's it. That is the Warzone. Thanks for checking it out. This is the first of our Shadow Hand videos. Hopefully we'll be making more, both PvP, storyline videos, anything that we want to put in there. And I hope you come back and check them out. See ya.